All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of the FX30 build. And I'm Jay, and I'm building an FX30 right here. You've probably seen the other live streams that we've been building the FX30 out. It's a camera I bought in the middle of February this year. I've done one shoot with it so far, and I'll probably do another one actually this afternoon. So I thought I'd come on here, ordered some parts for it. I've been slowly building it out because, one doesn't always have a tremendous amount of money to spend at one time. So this is the FX30, and so far we've got the Mikey adapter with the VND. We got a little bit of an extension handle from Condor Blue, the top plate from SmallRig, and right now I've been using this Zacuto plate with that's used for their Z Finder, and the Z Finder is just this attachment that goes on here, and it helps you to look at the little screen, because the little screen is just kind of unusable in many respects. I mean, it's great to run the menu, and it's good for framing overall frame, but to see fine detail for focusing is just not conducive to that. So we use this, and actually, I was in New York City this past weekend attending the Cinegear Expo, stuck by Able City, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get a little accessory. I also went to B&H, and the only thing I bought at B&H was actually I just took this bag. They had this bag there that was somebody had bought something and just decided not to use the bag, and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool for some kind of shopping bag. So I grabbed that. Aperture had a couple bags here, kind of cool, giving stuff away free. A lot of interesting stuff. Oh, that's not a bag from the show. A lot of stickers. The guys at Flanders Scientific gave me a screen cleaning kit for the monitors, which is great. But what I really got there that I thought was really cool is bought a bottle of the Pancro. This is a professional lens cleaner. I think it's better than the one that I've been using. But I did get this from Blue Star Products, about $6 at Abelsini, and actually you can get it pretty much anywhere. And what this is, it's a viewfinder cushion where you put it on, and it just makes everything much more happy, right? Especially when you're out in, well, pretty much in any environment where you could be sweating or just getting warm. And it's basically this kind of absorbent chamois that's surrounded by rubberized, foam material, and then a rubberized back. And so what you do is you take it, and it should slip. Oh, this is the wrong way. I was just supposed to fit on here. Maybe I'm supposed to take this off. Take this off. And then maybe I should have got the extra large. It said large was the size for this, for the Z Finder. All right, let's just try it. And you just kind of wedge it in here. It should be tight, so it works properly with your viewfinder. So it fits on here. It's really tight. I don't have the overhead cam today because it's that camera's in the bag getting ready to fly for today's shoot. So it kind of fits over the Z Finder like this, right? And the idea is that you're going to take it and it's going to go here, and you get to. It's just a little more comfortable, That is a little bit more comfortable. So you may have seen something like this on a lot of the big professional cameras like Panavision, Arri, things like that. And so you can kind of add this accessory to your camera or your viewfinder, I guess now EVF, and give it that really pro look. It's probably a pro look that only other geeky camera people would ever notice, but a pro look nonetheless. All right, so what do we get this week? We got some stuff in the mail. So a few weeks ago, I ordered a cage from SmallRig for the FX30, and it was the one that has the attachment for the 15 millimeter rail so that you could put an autofocus system on it. It's a half cage, and I was like, okay, that's the one I'm going to get. I decided to get it, and I ordered it, and I bought some of the 15 millimeter rails as well to go with it, and another item for the camera. Oh yeah, there's this top thing for it. And those two ship, but the cage didn't. And there was no, it just said back order, and there was no instructions. There was nothing about, hey, it'll be here in a couple weeks. I reached out to SmallRig several times, still never got an answer. So that was really kind of frustrating. And then after a while on their website, that particular half cage just disappeared from the website, and it's no longer listed on the website. However, I did find it at B&H this past weekend, and the reason I didn't pick it up at B&H when I was there was because New York City has an 8.9% sales tax. B&H has free shipping, and Maryland has 6% tax. So if I bought it here and had it shipped to me, I would save what? 2.9%. It's really like $2 on $89 for this cage. But you know, every little bit counts. And then I also decided to get the tripod, which I'll show in a moment. Let's see this. And B&H, so here's the interesting thing. B&H will ship it regular shipping. Where I live in Maryland, that's essentially overnight. So it was, I ordered it yesterday, it was here today. If I order from Adorama, which I was really surprised, I was going to order something from Adorama today, and it turns out that if I wanted to have it tomorrow, I would have to pay extra, or I would have to wait till next Wednesday. And I was like, wait a minute. So I did order a comparable order on B&H, and they were like, well, we'll have it to you by tomorrow. And I was like, why would I pay more? And Adorama was a little bit more. So I was a little bit disappointed with Adorama. You know, I don't know. Anyway, so here's the packaging receipt. So this cost me $202 for the cage and the tripod. They do a good job of packaging. Here it is, SmallRig FX30 FX3 cage. Like I said, I don't have the overhead cam like normal. So I'm just going to show you like this. So here it is, FX30 cage. This is just the half cage, so it comes with the cage itself. Kind of cool. Now here's something about the FX30 cage that I thought was really important, and especially compared to the Tilta cage. I was reading the reviews about, well, I was reading one guy's review about the Tilta cage, and he noted that the Tilta cage has this, the way that it's built in this corner obscures the tally light. And, you know, it's kind of like, why would you design it that way? And so one of the reasons why I went with this cage, and also the Condor Blue doesn't have this issue as well, it does leave it open for the tally light, right? So you can see the tally light. And it's just a half cage, but it does have mounting points here for the included HDMI clamp. So there's an HDMI clamp that comes, with it. And basically that will screw in on this piece here, and then clamp down on your HDMI socket. It also comes with a NATO rail. So in case you ever want to remove the top handle here, or if you didn't get the top handle, you'll have a way to attach a top handle using the NATO rail. So that's a real nice piece of kit. And then also it comes with a little bit of tool and some screws. So it will screw in on the side here to give you extra connection and support to the body itself. Now, one of the things that is nicer about the other cage, the Condor Blue cage, it is a full cage. So it has a piece that comes up here. But I didn't, after holding the camera, it's pretty meaty. I didn't really feel that I needed to have additional beef over here. It would be nice to have those mounting points if in case I wanted to put a separate handle, but I don't know if that's going to be the case yet. And I don't know if I mentioned this, I did get the Peak Design clutch that comes with the base plate, Arca Swiss. That actually, I've really come to like this. I've been using this on the ZV-1 for the last year and a half, and I really like the smaller form factor, and it just works really well. Now, here's something that about the cage that I was wondering about, and I'm gonna have to work on finding some kind of solution. In order to use, oops, where is it's in the other room. In order to use the Zacuto Z Finder, it has this bottom plate that has these two red screws. These screws are actually to hold a frame in place that actually you'll snap this onto. But if I use the plate, if I use this, then I have to remove this plate. And I'm interested to see if there's a way so that I can get some kind of screw system to mount that frame. So if I can incorporate that as well, that would be really, really dope. And it's nice, it's kind of lightweight. There's a couple little rubber pads here. There's a rubber pad right here as well. I guess that's to give it extra security. A little bit of a NATO rail in this position. And they say this is a full Arca Swiss plate. So you can use an Arca mount. I guess they put it across for the gimbals. I don't really have a gimbal, so I don't really know. All right, let's go to the bigger thing here today, which is the tripod. Now, you've probably seen this online, the AD-01 tripod from SmallRig, $159 for heavy-duty fluid head. I was at this sci-fi convention last month, and the media guys there had a bunch of these tripods, and I was like, wow, hey man, how do you guys like those? And they were like, it's good. They're so far, they just got them in. They were like, it's solid, but it's not, of course, it's no Sackler, it's no O'Connor head, it's not nothing like that. It's $159. It's very affordable. But I think, and I looked at one when I was at B&A, and what you get for $159 is really quite an amazing deal. So let's see here. It comes in it comes with its own bag. Ugh. It's a bit awkward with this big box. What's inside the box? Oh, there's a silica gel in there. So it has a bag, which is pretty cool. I guess that's pretty cool. Oh, no. This arm from Elgato just doesn't like to get fully seated. So it comes with a case, a zippered case that just snugly fits the tripod. Oh, there's something in here. Oh, the control arm for the fluid head. We'll come back to that in a moment. I mean, it's nice it has a bag. Not this bag, but, ouch. Now, for the last couple of years, I've been using this Benro ultra slim carbon fiber travel tripod, which has been great for the ZV-1, but it's the FX30 is definitely too heavy for the ball head on that. And for me, the ball head was fine because I'm not really typically I'm shooting solos, so whenever I need to use a tripod, it's because I'm doing static shots. So I was not necessarily worried about having a fluid head, but now we can. And so you've probably seen the reviews. There's little locks on these leg sets. And then they open pretty simply just by unlatching, and matching it up. I'm not going to extend it to the full extent. I believe it does go overhead for me, or at least to my height. All right, there. It's got a spreader, which is good. And then it's got a little boot for the the fluid head, which is cool. That's cool. There's a little bit of padding in here, so you keep the padding in there, in that. And we've got our fluid head. Now, inside the inner pocket, there is the arm and some instructions. As well as a couple tools and an additional leg lock. I gotta say, you know, SmallRig really, I think SmallRig really gives you quite a lot for, you know, at a really great price. All right, so you can put that in there. There's a lock here for the pan. And then there's a lock here for the tilt. I guess this also will adjust the drag, although maybe not so much. Now, here's the thing for you to ask yourself when it comes to your arm position. Do you do television video style, which is this way, or do you do motion picture camera op style, which is like this? That's really kind of up to you. All right, let's have a look at the plate here. We've got a top plate that has a quick release lock or release lock here. Somehow, let me stand up for this. I don't like looking at it. So as you can see, it's got a stopper, so it prevents it from sliding off. And then there's this is the lock. So this will tighten, lock it in. And then there is this latch that works. Oh, there we go. Oh, that didn't work. Ah, there we go. So you can lock it off like this to get it out. It will. You can just slide it in, I guess. Yeah, you can slide it in. Oh, it will slide out this way, and it will stop from going forward. Okay, so if you're tilting upwards, it will come out, right? If you're tilting down, it will not come out. And it looks like there's also a little extra, you know, 1/4 3/8 knob there. All right, and there's also a bubble level, and it is a 75mm ball head, so you can adjust the level as you need it. And there it is. That's the latest additions to our kit. That's going to make a big difference. I got to figure out how to rig it all together. But all right, so that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be following up in future episodes with what's going on and with our build here. And as we go along, I'm planning to add V-mount battery. I was looking at the Core SWX Power Base Edge Link. That's about $279. Or really, I was going to go for the SmallRig 50 watt hour or whatever that is, 50 volt or 14 volt, 50 watt hour, smaller battery with probably the SmallRig plate. Those are probably the original ones. I was thinking about the Power Base Edge. I saw it at the show and I thought it'd be kind of cool because it does have V-mount options as well as a bottom plate. I don't really like the idea of the bottom plate. I think it makes it too bulky, and I just don't like the way it looks. I don't think. Another thing that I really would like to change is, as I was looking at some of the newer Airy like Alexa builds, where they're bigger, meaning they have the longer top handle. I would like to see a top handle like this for these cameras, for this kind of rig. It is a little bit front heavy. And if I add more like the battery and make it a little bit longer with 15 millimeter rails, I'm wondering how that will hold, how that will, keep the balance. But those are some thoughts for now. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me and checking out this video. If you like this video, check out some of our other ones here about the FX30 and some other tech. But if you really want to see what I do normally is make make videos about coffee. Come check it out on the Ono Coffee channel. That's ONO Coffee here on YouTube. And hopefully we'll see you there. Have a good one.